Facebook CEO, none other than the man himself, Mark Zuckerberg, went from millionaire to billionaire in just 1 year. Surprising, right? Adding on another interesting fact to it, he debuted on Forbes' Billionaires list in 2008 at the age of 23 and was the youngest self-made billionaire. Gaining success at an early age was never a myth after that when Zuckerberg proved to be the best of all. Mark Zuckerberg, apart from sleeping in money, also has a competitive superpower. What could it be? The Prince, Mark Zuckerberg's nickname, has complete control over a number of platforms with over 1 billion active users. Where the total active users are estimated to be 2.5 billion, having users is not a superpower. The factor that he has the ability to control is to run the world using their data and algorithm. Indeed, the tech world is an ocean, and this is what provides the Meta CEO with tremendous power. Well, like every successful person, Zuckerberg also has an inspiring story to share. So why not watch it together? Alright, so let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to another informative video on our channel. In this video today, we'll be learning about the life struggles and success story of Mark Zuckerberg. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us. Who really is Mark Zuckerberg? Mark Elliott Zuckerberg is a philanthropist and internet entrepreneur from the United States who turned the digital world greatly with his inventions and ideas. Being the current chairman and chief executive officer of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is controlling time, emotions, and all other aspects of the human mind. Growing up in New York, Zuckerberg went to Harvard University to study psychology and computer science. Of course, major successful people are said to have a background in the science field, and so is the case with Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg, the naive face guy, is the one behind the idea of developing the world's busiest site, Facebook. On the other hand, all his undergraduate companies also played a major role in the development of Facebook as a platform. Well, for a fact, the invention of Facebook was limited until the site grew at an exponential rate over the next few years, eventually becoming the world's largest social networking platform. Well, even Mark Zuckerberg and his friends would have never imagined a site that was developed in a dark, shady room to attain so much value and public attention. But now, as it's famous all over the globe, Facebook had to step up its game. As a result, Facebook had over 2.27 billion monthly active users as of the third quarter of 2018. Besides, Zuckerberg's projects include Wirehawk, a file-sharing application, and Internet.org, a group of organizations seeking to provide inexpensive access to a variety of internet services in developing nations. Although being an influencer and an inventor, Mark Zuckerberg has been one of the many targets of politicians. As a result, the guy was made to testify before the U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation in April 2018 on Facebook's use of personal data in the aftermath of the Cambridge Analytica data hack. Guys, this was just a glimpse of Zuckerberg's life so far now. There are more inside details to the story. Stay tuned. Mark Zuckerberg's early life. Mark Zuckerberg, the loving son of Karen, Nee Kempner, and Edward Zuckerberg, and was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York, into a well-educated and moderately rich family where his father was a dentist and his mother a psychotherapist. Also, Zuckerberg has 3 sister siblings, with whom he had enjoyed most of his childhood. The family grew up in a Reformed Jewish family in Dobbs Ferry, New York. He's descended from German, Polish, and Austrian immigrants. Speaking of Mark Zuckerberg's many inventions and ideas, you all can already tell that he was a smart, studious person full of energy and curiosity. Indeed, he was one of the same kind. Academically, Zuckerberg always stood at the top. Initially, he attended Ardsley High School until his junior year when he transferred to Phillips Exeter Academy in New Hampshire. The Meta CEO won multiple medals in science and classical studies during his stay back in time. In addition, the Prince also attended the summer program at the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth. He also led the team of fencing squad as a captain. Since he was in elementary school, Mark Zuckerberg, on the other hand, started developing software applications. Meanwhile, in the 1990s, his father taught him some of his earliest programming skills by teaching him Atari Basic Programming. As Zuckerberg's curiosity and interest began to rise in the same particular field, David Newman, a software developer, later trained him to be the best. ZuckNet, which is considered a forerunner of AOL's Instant Messenger, was one of his early inventions. Facebook's development. As discussed earlier, Facebook was developed by Zuckerberg and his mates in a room. The initial step of the invention was taken back in the days when the Facebook CEO started at Harvard in 2002, having a name as Genuine. As a result of his genuineness in academic grades, Zuckerberg was a member of Alpha Epsilon Pi and Kirkland House as a member of the class of 2006, pursuing degrees in psychology and computer science. To be precise, Mark Zuckerberg never really stopped creating any ideas or hesitating to execute them. Well, if he had, then there would have been no Mark Zuckerberg. One of his innovations consists of Face Mash, a tool that enables students to choose the best-looking individual from a collection of photos. However, due to major issues and technicalities, Face Mash was shut down by Harvard because it clogged one of its network switches and deprived many students of access to the internet throughout the weekend. As expected, students also expressed dissatisfaction with the usage of their images without their permission. But Zuckerberg did understand people's concerns, and as a result, he issued a public apology requesting people to not lose faith in his future innovations. While it could be said that Zuckerberg was playing with his ideas, he didn't have any serious intentions until Facebook came into life. Early in 2004, the day arrived when Zuckerberg established the Facebook from his undergraduate dorm on February 4th. Initially, their service was only available at Harvard, but Zuckerberg eventually decided to spread it to other universities, and now we can already see where it has reached. Success of Facebook. For ones who still think of Mark Zuckerberg as an 8th grader, here are some facts for you. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard in 2004 during his second year and moved to Silicon Valley. He, Moskowitz, and a few of his pals rented a house in Palo Alto and turned it into their workplace. By mid-2004, they'd secured many investors and relocated their operations to a physical location. They did, however, consistently resist large firms' attempts to buy their budding enterprise. Facebook's objective, as Zuckerberg subsequently emphasized, is to open the globe. It was never about the money. In July 2010, Zuckerberg stated that the app's active user base had surpassed 500 million people. He was placed first on Vanity Fair's top 100 most influential persons list that year. They passed the 1 billion user mark in October 2012. Zuckerberg announced in June 2017 that Facebook has reached 2 billion users. Wirehog, a peer-to-peer file-sharing service, was established by Zuckerberg, Andrew McCullum, Adam D'Angelo, and Sean Parker in August 2004. However, it had far less traction than its major rival, i2Hub, and was finally shut down. He created the Facebook platform in May 2007, a program that enables third-party developers to create Facebook applications. In 2010, the current version of the Facebook platform was released. Instagram, a photo and video sharing social media website, was bought by Facebook in 2012. 2 years later, the business purchased WhatsApp, a mobile messaging service. Facebook, Samsung, Ericsson, MediaTek, Opera Software, Nokia, and Qualcomm established Internet.org in August 2013 to provide better and more inexpensive access to chosen internet services in emerging and developing nations. Zuckerberg has met with foreign leaders including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss their country's technological infrastructure. Despite the fact that Facebook is outlawed in China, the Chinese people hold Zuckerberg in high regard. Awards and honors for Mark Zuckerberg. Made a CEO was voted Person of the Year by the magazine Time in 2010, whereas in 2013, he was named CEO of the Year at the 6th Annual Crunchies. Adding on to that, he got an honorary degree from Harvard in May 2017, 5 years after dropping out of the college's 366 graduation event. Zuckerberg also had the unfortunate honor of being given the Miss Informer of the Year award from the progressive media outlet organization Media Matters in December 2017. Well, he still considers this as an appreciation, so it really doesn't matter to him. Private and love life of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg could be called a chocolate boy because he initially melted to meet Priscilla Chan, a biology student. In the year 2003, they began dating. Later, Chan moved on to the University of California, San Francisco to study medicine. Spending serious time discussing work and private life balance, the two moved in together at his leased Palo Alto residence in September 2010. Fortunately, Zuckerberg and Chan married in Zuckerberg's garden on May 19, 2012. Chan's medical school graduation was also recognized during the event since the couple is not only a power couple but highly influential to the young generation. Before giving birth to their daughter Maxima in 2015, Chan had 3 miscarriages. The couple revealed Maxima's Chinese name, Cheng Mingyu, in February 2016. August, their second daughter was born in August of 2017. He's also considered as an accidental billionaire because he skipped out, because he hacked into Harvard's computer system to gain access to images, a felony, and because his ethics, which are questioned by many, were never checked. This was all about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. See you in the next video.